I'm Julie Bellini, registered and licensed kinesiologist. Let's look at foam rolling of the quadricep muscle in the front of your leg, including the hip flexor up into the front of your hip area. Whether you are recovering from surgery or preparing for surgery, and those areas are stiff and congested with toxins and waste because of tightness, whether you are trying to reduce pain from training or gardening or hiking, whether you're trying to prevent problems, rolling of the fascia and maintaining the fascia's flexibility is so important, and here's why. Our fascia is meant to be taut, but not too taut. If it's too taut, I say this to all my clients, if it's too taut, it's like putting on the tightest pair of pants that you could ever imagine and then try to breathe and move in those pants. It's virtually impossible to move properly. When fascia is that tight, the underlying muscle is being really squeezed. Toxins from the vascular system and from the lymphatic system, just the waste that we should be flushing out back to our flushing organs, aren't moving out of the thigh. And they sit there, they stagnate there, they don't really all get flushed out. And in the end, what happens is muscles start to feel achy. Legs, limbs feel heavy, they feel stiff. There can be a thickness to the area at times. But the number one most important response that people say after they've rolled effectively is their leg feels lighter and they move better. So let's go through the video, watch it and listen carefully to the instructions, and then when you're ready to roll, go back and watch the clip again. We have 3 rules. Rule number 1 is roll slowly, about 1 inch per second. You're trying to find what some people call the landmines or the sore spots within the tissue. Those sore spots are the tight, all frayed up parts of the connective tissue and fascia that need to be relaxed and stretched out, and they do hurt. So we're looking for those sore spots, and I'll give you some tips on how to make it reasonable so it's not killing you. Rule number 2 is we've always rolled to the middle. We want to flush out, want to roll to the middle. And rule number 3 is watch your alignment. Whether you're dealing with shoulder, neck, lower back problems or not, watch your alignment. It's a core workout and an arm workout as well. Here we go. I forgot to mention that there are 3 types of rollers. Which one do you start with first? The white one is typically used for short periods of time. It is a solid roller, but it's very soft. It's used for pre-surgery, post-surgery. You get your permission from your healthcare provider always first. And it also can be used for post-injury, just to get the toxins flushing out, the area stretching. You're not over that injury or surgery site, of course, but you certainly are around the area if you've been given permission to do that, to just flush things and get things stretching and moving. The second roller for everyday use is this one, solid on the firmer side to the white one. It's one that most people use every day. Some people never move on from this, and that's totally fine. The third one is what many people call the beast. It's very ridged, it is hollow, it's got some weight to it, it is an incredibly deep massage. Some people advance to this level and some people don't. Some may find that they can tolerate it on their calves, but others cannot tolerate it on their thighs, and they tend to stick to the one for their thighs and the one for their calves. You decide which is tolerable based on your pain for you. Okay, let's get down and roll our quadricep into our hip flexor. So rule number 2, I said, was we roll to the middle of the body to flush out. So weight-bearing elbows are on the floor and we're pressing them into the floor. That keeps the shoulders out of the ears. We're not all sunk and saggy. And it also ensures that our core is working for us. We have a nice straight line through the lower back. So elbows are pressing and we keep that. The roller is just above the knee joint. We take our time going 1 inch per second. What you feel might be just the pressure and the stretching of the muscle. I'm letting my leg sit heavy into the roller. Now at this point, if you find your arms are very tired, take a break. You might say, I just need to take a break for a moment. Go back to when you need to start. If your back is bothering you, your lower back, make sure you press those elbows into the floor firmly and your belly button, your lower tummy is pulled in. Give your back that support. We don't want to be kind of bum up and lower back arched. So pull the tummy in, press the elbows. Now you continue to roll 1 inch per second and you feel, oh, that's a very sore spot. Oh, I cannot tolerate that pain. It's going to make me cry. Roll off one way or the other, much more tolerable, and then oscillate for 15 seconds, trying to massage that area and then carrying up the front of the leg towards the pocket. And that's important. You want to come over the front pocket of your pant. Oh, that's another very painful area. I cannot tolerate it. I'm going to go over one way or the other. Oscillate for 15 seconds. And then continue up to the very top of the pelvis. And that's one pass. Let's repeat that again and make sure we know what we're doing. Elbows are pressing firmly into the floor. Lower back is flat, so we're pulling in the tummy. And we're aware of our alignment through the motion. You can put a slight bend in your knee if you wish. You may also slightly move your leg, as I'm demonstrating here, throughout the motion of stretching on the roller. That's up to you. It's a lot to think about. So for this purpose, we'll just keep it on the floor. I'm aware of my alignment. Elbows pressing, tummy pulled in. I'm going slow. And then I feel a reasonably sore spot, but I can tolerate it. I continue to roll up the leg. Oh, there's a very painful spot, too sore. I'm going to get away from that spot, oscillate, and then carry on up the leg, up to the very top of the hip. And that's 2 passes, and then I'd probably do 3 again. So that can be 1 on each side for a total of 3, or 3 on each side, doesn't matter. And that's just stretching out along the fascia of the front of the thigh, over the hip flexor. When you go and stretch those muscles, your quadriceps, your hip flexors, after you have foam rolled, it is easier to stretch. You will feel lighter in your limbs. You will move easier, whether it's rolling before or after you do your activities, gardening, jogging, stair climbing, power walking. It doesn't matter whether you roll before or after, but you will move better. If you are dealing with hip and knee joint problems, go back and look at my foam rolling for the IT band, even the lower back. IT band rolling video, check that out. And there are also some exercises based on, again, incredible global research that identify ways to improve movement, reduce pain, and improve strength all around the lower back, hips, and knees. And those exercises are on video. The chair sit to stand, the clam exercise, and the 4 and 8 o'clock exercises. All the best to you in joint health. Bye for now.